Guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a soft-spoken ramble about the time I first discovered and started playing Resident Evil Remake, because I really want to talk about this because I was watching Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City yesterday, and it made me want to talk about the first time I started playing it. So I first discovered and started playing Resident Evil when I had a DS, and at the time I had an R4. And R4 is where you have a chip inside, a bit like a thing that you plug into the PC, and you have a little chip and you can put it in your PC and you can download games or put games on it. And at the time I had one, and I didn't have very many games on it, but my sister had one because my one broke because my dog accidentally picked it up and he broke it. So I used my sister's iPhone, and when I went on it, I found this game called Resident Evil Deadly Silence, which is basically a game a lot like the 60s Resident Evil back in the day, but it's a lot more different. And I started playing it, and it had the live action part from the first one, which was the cutscene, and then it had the live action characters come up, like Albert Wesker, Jill Valentine, come up on the screen. I used to play it in Rebirth mode on the DS, which it's a lot different than the actual Resident Evil game remake on the PS4, because in Rebirth mode you could slash the crows and you could slash the zombies with a knife, and it was really cool. And yeah, I wasn't very good at playing any, I'd never played, I think probably the first ever video game I ever played was on Game Boy, and that was like Rayman, and I really started getting addicted to that. I could play it really well, but I never really played the Resident Evil games on anything, so when I started playing it, I was kind of amazed at how well I could play it. I remember playing it up to a certain point, though. I got stuck at the second mansion, I think it was, or the first mansion, and I couldn't remember what to do. And also there was these cool little boxes that had colours on that you had to do, and I never knew how to do them, but I was pretty good at it anyway. And then a few months down the line, I entered into a rap competition and I won a PS4, and I got Resident Evil Remake on PS4. And then when I started playing it, it started coming back. I started remembering the DS version. I remember saying to Jeff at the time, "Oh, this reminds me of the DS version on DS," and he said, "Yeah, but it's a lot different because it's more revamped and it's more remade than the 60s one." So I said, "Oh, cool," and I started playing it. And I remember there was a lot of things that I've really messed up in it, and it was really funny because I remember I didn't know what I was doing. I remember going through, not remembering what doors to go through, and that's why I had Jeff to help me. It's how I got used to it. I started playing on PS4, I didn't know what I was doing, and Jeff was helping me. And also I failed at the Richard part because I killed him and stuff like that, and I was just really rubbish at the game, and I couldn't do it very well. And I remember when I did the end of the game, which was where you had to like push the rocks off and kill Lisa Trevor, and then you had to go out. I couldn't really do it very much because I was really rubbish, and I started doing it, and I remember the time, because I live streamed it, a lot of my live streams on my channel have been deleted and I don't have them on there anymore, but I used to play it, I used to stream it a lot, and then I started streaming it, and there was one night, there was these people that raided my stream. They come on, like, Lord, and I didn't notice that it was like Lord Rage and his gang, because Lord Rage is a famous YouTuber. He's a big time. I know him personally, I know. And he came on my stream with a bunch of other people who I didn't know, and I remember them raiding it accidentally because they were supposed to raid someone else. And I remember getting so angry about it because I felt like there was all trolling and there wasn't. They were just being nice. And Jeff was telling me off for that, and he kept telling me off and raging at me to do the last part because I couldn't do it. And I think eventually I did do it, but I didn't save it, and I had to do it again the next night, and it went smoothly from there. And I remember my first ever time on Resident Evil Remake was like 21 hours and something minutes and seconds, which was really rubbish. But then since after that, I started speed running it a lot on my own, and I think I got used to it. And I remember I did it on normal mode and streamed that, and I got 8 hours and something minutes. And then I think the third time when I did a speed run, it was like either 9 hours or 10 hours. I can't remember, but I could never make it past the 1 hour mark, 1 minute and something seconds, because I'm not that very good at Resident Evil. But I am good to the extent, and I think I've done a lot of Let's Plays on my channel with Resident Evil. Like 2 I've done with Jill on normal mode. I tried to do it on hard mode, but I'm not very good at hard mode. Need more practice in it. So I've done it. So I've played it on my channel, and I've done like how to do the statue puzzle and how to kill the snake. On Resident Evil I've done like how-tos, because I did do the puzzle statue for the first time. It took me ages to do the statue puzzle on Resident Evil, and for me to do it first time was kind of cool, because usually it's the second or third time I usually do it, but I can do it. And I remember being frightened of the massive spiders in Resident Evil 2 as well, and as an enemy, the enemies, and I just couldn't do it. And I remember when I was doing it, I had my eyes closed and I was shooting the spider, the big one, and then there was the one on the ceiling, and I opened my eyes, I got scared, taken aback, and then it's killed me, because I have a very bad fear of like spiders. I hate them, they're horrible, as I say. But I have a lot of fears anyway, but yeah. But that's pretty much how I got into playing it and how I discovered it. Guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little ramble. I'm sorry it's not long enough. I'm going to try and do more like longer videos if I can. But I hope you enjoyed this little ramble from me, and I'm planning on doing like my urban legends stories like on Friday, but I'm probably going to film it Thursday and then upload it Friday. So look out for that as well. I'm planning on doing some more ASMR videos if I can too. So just stay tuned, there'll be more on the way. But I hope you all have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you all guys in the next